Guys, back in the winner's circle here on the second floor of the Ringling Motorcycle Museum with what is the nicest Suzuki Trail Hopper I've ever seen. This is from the Roy Thackert Collection, another commissioned, no expense spared restoration to the doctor himself, Bill Buckles. And if you look closely, the attention to detail sets this thing far and above most other restorations in that it was completely dismantled down to the frame for a nut and bolt frame up, no expense spared restoration. But before I get into that, a little bit about the Trail Hopper. In the late 60s and early 70s, Honda was crushing it with the Z50, selling a whole bunch of the mini trails in the Z50s and the QAs. And Suzuki wanted in on the game, and they were really into two-stroke. So they did a 50cc two-stroke, which had 50% more horsepower than a 50cc four-stroke. It was oil-injected, 3-speed automatic transmission, so no clutch. Anybody could ride it, and it had more power. They set it up with a headlight, the taillight, so it could be used to cruise around the campground or head down to the beach from the campground or take it to the store if you wanted to. But it was mainly designed as an off-road mini bike during the mini bike craze. But it was built to a more robust standard than most other minis, certainly on par with the Honda, which was probably the gold standard of minis. So from there, the rest is history. They sold quite a few of these. This is a 1971. Coming up on 55 years old. It's a true antique. This is what is called a concours-level restoration. What that means is every component on this bike, the paint, the chrome, the aluminum, everything inside, outside the engine, the electronics, everything is restored to a standard as good or better than the day it came off the showroom floor. And you just don't see them done this well unless a guy is obsessed with them. And because he had one when he was a kid or whatever, and has to have one perfect, and will spend years, nights, and weekends working on one on the side. This was a little bit different story. That Bill is a professional master craftsman restoration expert who has the ability. He's also a machinist, so he could make parts, and he also is a painter, world-class painter. He could paint parts, and he also could make rubber parts. He knew how to mold. So really a dying breed, guys like him. And with a client like Roy Thackert, where Roy's a multi-millionaire, money's not an issue, this level of perfection can happen. It happens at the Barber Museum and the New England Motorcycle Museum here. Sometimes people will just take a bike to the next level, and that's how this one was done. Roy probably had one when he was a kid. I didn't ask. I'm sure it touched a chord with his heart and led into this thing being no time spared, no money spared. Look at the chrome on that Suzuki cover. It's just spectacular. The shifter's been re-chromed. Every piece of chrome on this bike was sent out and done to, there's a good, better, and best the chrome shop offers, and this was the best. It's a spectacular level of chrome that was even better than the factory original finish. The attention to detail on the preparation of the metal before it was chrome is excellent. The paint job is excellent. It's multi-coats of clear. That's the original Suzuki block lettering from 1971 on the side. Exact reproduction. The Trail Hopper stickers, the warning stickers, everything on there is exactly where it was and exactly how it looked when it left the factory. At least as far as I remember, it was 55 years ago, right? So, and I don't claim to be a Trail Hopper expert, but from what I've seen, this is the high watermark, the nicest one I've ever seen. It runs excellent, and it's on display in the New England Motorcycle Museum. Now it's going to be sold at auction to fund the museum continuation funds. And you can see the tires. The bike's got maybe 2 miles on it so restored. The hairy nubs are still on there. The fork boot rubbers are brand new. The chrome on the forks lowers is brand new. The chrome on the axle and the axle spacer and the speedo guide are brand new. Coming around this side, you can see the chrome on the brake. Every piece on the bike that was chrome is chromed beautifully. The rims were repainted and restored. Engine was completely rebuilt. Crank up, nut and bolt restoration. New piston, new rings, new base gasket, new head gasket, new crank seals, new crank bearings. Carb was rebuilt, new air filter. Wiring harness was completely gone through. And it really is a new lease on life. It sounds awesome. It runs awesome. It looks awesome. And it is awesome. It's literally as close to brand new as you'll ever find one. The license plate was custom made by Bill for Roy. Roy's toy on the back, Texas 72 on the plate. Very cool. Massive rear brake light for such a small machine, but I guess you want to be seen because you're probably doing 35 miles an hour down Main Street. You want to get run over. So it does have a headlight so you can ride it at night. Has the choke over here. You can see the switch housings. Everything looks to be in mint condition. The horn button looks super, super nice. If you have any questions about it, give us a call, 860-454-7024. It's being sold at auction. Just looking at the frame, the finish on the frame is, the paint job on the frame is spectacular too. The same level of care done to the frame with a black, on the back it's blue, but up front where the frame head stay is up here, you can see how beautifully that was done. This is part of the signature. The 71 miles has these 3 round design elements on the side of the bike, just makes it look cool. Spectacular piece. I doubt I'll ever have one finer than this, and it's being sold at auction. So bid high and bid often. If you have any questions, give us a call. Thanks for watching, and God bless America.